This story is called Trapped. Sent in from Jeannie M, age 7, Appleton, Wisconsin. A girl named Carrie. She was so great, smart, funny, and always full of energy. But one sunny afternoon, she found herself unusually bored. "I'm bored," she sighed, dramatically sprawled out on the living room couch. "I don't know what to do." She decided to investigate the kitchen, where her mom was munching on a sandwich. An idea sparked in Carrie's mind. She tiptoed closer, her eyes fixed on her mom's wallet, temptingly sitting on the counter. In a swift and ninja-like move, she grabbed the wallet and dashed out before her mom could even notice. "Carrie, I'm gonna go run some errands," her mom called a few minutes later, obviously not knowing that her wallet was missing. "Be good while I'm gone." "Sure, Mom," Carrie shouted back, her heart racing with excitement. As soon as she heard the front door close, she grabbed the wallet and bolted out of the house. She had a plan. There was a haunted mansion at the county fair that she'd just been dying to check out. Carrie arrived at the fair, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and thrill. She got off her bike, parked it, and walked up to the ticket booth and handed over some crumpled bills to the grizzled ticket seller, who eyed her with a sinister grin. "Enjoy your visit," he said, his voice dripping with something that sent shivers down her spine. She entered the mansion, her footsteps echoing on the creaky wooden floor. It was dark and musty, with cobwebs hanging from every corner. Carrie tried to laugh it off. "This is all just fake," she reassured herself. "It's just for fun." But as she ventured deeper, things began to feel eerily real. She screamed as a werewolf covered in fur and drooling leapt out from the shadows, snarling and snapping its jaws at her. Her heart raced as she stumbled backwards, nearly tripping over a skeleton that seemed to move on its own. "This can't be real," she whispered, but the terror in her gut told her otherwise. Meanwhile, back at home, Carrie's mom returned from her errands. She called for Carrie, her voice echoing through the empty house. "Carrie, where are you?" There was no answer. Panic started to creep into her voice. "Carrie, this isn't funny." Back at the mansion, Carrie was navigating a labyrinth of horrors. She encountered ghosts that floated eerily above the ground, their eyes hollow and sorrowful. A vampire swooped down from the rafters, its fangs glistening in the dim light. And then there was that clown. Oh, the clown. Its painted smile was twisted and grotesque, and it cackled with glee as it chased her through the darkened halls. But amidst the terror, there were moments that bordered on the absurd. A zombie tripped over its own feet and fell flat on its face, making Carrie laugh despite herself. A mommy shuffled by, its bandages unveiling and trailing behind like a bizarre wedding train. And then there was the witch, who tried to cast a spell on her but ended up sneezing violently, causing her hat to fly off, which landed on a rat, which scurried away in a panic. Carrie found herself in a room filled of mirrors, each reflecting different versions of her, some scared, some brave, some laughing hysterically at the ridiculousness of it all. She took a deep breath and steeled herself. "Okay, Carrie, you've got this," she said to her reflections. "It's just a haunted house. You can do this." She pushed through the final door, expecting another jump scare, But instead she found herself outside, the bright afternoon sun blinding her. She had made it through. Panting and sweaty, she couldn't help but laugh. "That was insane," she said to no one in particular. As she made her way home, her mom's frantic voice came into focus. "Carrie, where have you been?" her mom cried, pulling her into a tight hug the moment she walked through the door. "I was so worried." Carrie grinned sheepishly. "I went to the haunted mansion at the fair, and it was a lot more real than I expected." Her mom's eyes widened. "You went there? With my wallet?" Carrie handed it back, a guilty smile on her face. "Sorry, Mom, but you have to admit it was kind of epic." Her mom shook her head, a mixture of relief and disappointment on her face. "Just promise you won't do that again." "I promise," Carrie said, though she couldn't help but think about all the other adventures waiting for her out there. As her mom turned away, Carrie whispered to herself, "At least not without telling you first." Suddenly, Carrie heard a low, sinister laugh behind her. She spun around, but the living room was empty. The walls began to close in, morphing into the dark, cobwebbed walls of the haunted mansion. The light faded, replaced by the eerie glow of flickering candles. She turned back to her mom, but her mom's face twisted into a grotesque mask, laughing manically. Carrie screamed as the room plunged into darkness. She wasn't out of the haunted mansion after all. The walls whispered her name, and the ghosts that she thought she'd escaped reappeared, their hollow, murderous eyes glowing red. Trapped forever in the mansion's endless corridors, Carrie realized with a sinking heart that the horror would be forever. She could hear her mom's faint voice calling her, "Carrie, where did you go?" But there was no answer. Carrie was gone. Facebook, Instagram, and our other socials for more content, and buy your book by searching Scary Stories for Creepy Kids on Amazon. Also, send us your own scary stories and we might include it on a future episode. Email us at scarystoriesforcreepykids@gmail.com. Peace out. Bye! Carrie arrived at the fair, her heart pounding. Wait, can we say something about her, riding her bike there? Because it doesn't clarify how she got there.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, trapped forever in the Not now! Trapped forever in the mansion's endless corridors, Carrie realized with a sinking heart that... Ah! She said to... No. Carrie grinned sheepishly.
You nailed it.
It sounded weird though.
I know, but